gentlemen, welcome back to The Great Smoke 2023. We are live on the main stage for another terrific interview. Now we have Alec and Bradley Rubin of Alec and Bradley Cigars. Fellas, what's happening?
Not too much. Happy to be here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
I mean, you do a lot of cigar events. I do a lot of cigar events.
Yep.
Is there any cigar event like this anywhere?
Not at all.
None better.
None better. There's just none better. Now, folks, I don't know if you would agree with this assessment or not. I have spent the last, 3 or 4 weeks preparing for these interviews. And, looking at these guys, trying to do some research, I can't find anything going on with these guys. You know what I mean? It's like you look up Alec Bradley and it's just a snooze fest.
No headlines?
Nothing. It's like you haven't even been in business. I mean, what is going on? Obviously, I'm kidding, folks.
I guess technically we're not anymore, so.
We will get to some of that exciting news a little bit later in our interview. But first things first, fellas, you grew up seeing your dad run Alec Bradley, your namesake. And at some point, you went from being Alan Rubin's sons and namesake to now having your own brand and being real contributors to industry. Before we get there, could we back up for a moment? And let's start with Alec first. Alec, what did 10-year-old Alec want to be when you were a kid? What was your dream?
10-year-old Alec thought he wanted to be an engineer, but only because it sounded cool, and he actually didn't know what that meant.
Like structural engineer, train engineer?
I don't know. I just thought engineering sounded cool. I didn't know what it was.
Engineer, good.
Yeah. And then realized what I actually wanted to do was be in business. And then as I got older, turned 18, started smoking cigars, realized that this is what I wanted to do.
So that, as soon as you started enjoying cigars, was the light bulb moment for you?
Absolutely.
I want to make a living.
Yeah. We were never really pushed to have to come into this industry, but I love the camaraderie of the industry. I ended up falling in love with tobacco, and it just kind of made sense for me.
And Bradley, when you were a kid, what were your dreams and aspirations as a kid?
Pro football player. Miami Dolphins, baby. That's it.
And did you play a lot?
No.
Okay. That would be like me having dreams of pro football,
correct.
Right? There's
same
not
boat.
a snowball's chance in hell
No.
that's. I'm not even sure I knew what the football looked like. If you handed me a ping pong ball, I would have been like, "This
football.
I'm in."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, is that a true answer? Like, really? Did you think you were going to play football?
I didn't think I was, but I wanted that.
You wanted it.
I wanted it more than anything.
So let's, as you entered reality, let's say teenage, and realized that you weren't actually playing, what were like your key interests as a young adult, looking to go to school, looking to pursue something? What did those interests look like then?
I mean, hanging with friends, trying to skip school. But then I was like, man, my dad's seems like he's pretty good at business. And I was like, I didn't really know what that meant, but I was just like, I feel like I could be in business, but what kind of business? Don't know.
So did either of you work in a, let's say, related field prior to joining the company with your dad?
Yeah.
Give me some of that background.
Yeah, I worked at Jimmy John's.
No.
Did you?
Yeah.
And?
Is that not related?
Of course it's related.
Oh, okay.
I made donuts for 2 years.
I did that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts.
By the way, did anybody get a donut out there?
I didn't see them.
I didn't get a donut.
We got donuts. I mean, these guys, there was not a donut left, trust me, when you showed up. They crushed all of the donuts. Okay, so fast forward. Finally, around 18, 19, it sounds like you both kind of got that bug, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You enjoyed cigars. You got passionate about it. What was the conversation like with your dad to say, no, I'm serious. Like, we really want to be involved. How did that go?
For me, it took a little longer. For me, it was right before I was graduating college. I did want to explore other options, maybe like some sort of sports marketing, going back to football. But then I smoked cigars all throughout college, and I knew the cigars was the only thing for me. My name's on the company. Why would I want to do anything else other than this?
But Bradley's not telling you. We were asking him for months. What are your plans after college?
And what
Because he
year
didn't
are we
tell us.
talking? What year are we talking?
2017.
2017.
Yeah.
So 2017, you're kind of knocking on Dad's door like, what is the plan? What are we doing?
Right.
Yeah, we were all calling him, being like, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm coming into the family business." And I just said it would have been nice if you told anyone.
Okay. So how did each of you start in the company? You obviously did not start making your own cigars right away. Give a little insight to what that learning curve was coming into a family business. Dad's had a lot of success. What were some of your early roles in the company?
Well, for me, we had just got rid of a marketing company that had been working with us for a couple of years. So we had no one doing social media. And they're like, you're young, you know how to do social media. I did not know how to do social media. And so that was the beginning for me is social.
But isn't that like one of the best ways to learn when you get just thrown in without the option to fail, especially because you're not an employee, you're a son, for God's sake.
Right.
That's got to be different pressure.
Yeah, huge pressure, always.
But you made it happen.
Yeah, I'm still learning. You know, I could always get better, but yeah, I still run social media, so I think it's going pretty well.
Great. What was your early stuff, early work?
My transition was a little bit different because while I was in school, I was also working part-time at Alec Bradley, doing kind of whatever needed to happen. And then the day I graduated, I just went full-time. So,
but still doing that kind of grunt work, all
Yes.
hands, whatever needed to be done.
yeah,
you
whatever
were doing
needed
it.
to be done. And the cool thing was our dad never threw us into one position. He said, go learn everything and then figure out what you're passionate about within the company.
And so that meant that you had to work with fellow employees, right?
Yeah.
People have been working with the company. What was it like for those folks who were training the owner's sons? What was the pressure like there?
Oh, they
Was it-
harassed the shit out of me.
I love it. So at some point, you had to have had a conversation with your dad that said, okay, enough with the grunt, enough with some of the all hands work. We want to get serious about this, and we want to start making cigars under our own brand. What was that conversation like? When did it happen?
It happened at the end of 2017. I went to Alec, I went to our father, Alan, and was like, hey, I think we should be making our own brands. That way people get to know who we are. As my father doesn't want to travel anymore and we start traveling, people get to know us, our personalities, because brands are a reflection of who we are. Alec Bradley is a reflection of our father, not necessarily us. So we wanted the opportunity to create brands so people got to know who we are.
And have you found, so you presented this idea to your dad. It's time for us to do our own thing. That was end of 2017, right? What was his response?
He said, let's do it.
Yeah, but the problem was he said, let's do it. And then Bradley said, no, you don't understand. You're not involved.
Uh-huh. So we're going to do this without you.
Yeah,
without
we
it.
needed the creative freedom to not have them,
Which I guess is illustrated by the fact that you started working with factories that your dad did not,
correct.
right? And
Yeah.
that was Ernie,
Ernesto Prescadia.
who we're going to be interviewing a little bit later on this afternoon. So now you're in a new factory that has no pre-existing relationship, no baggage, no bias, and I don't mean baggage in a bad way, but just that pre-existing idea of
Sure.
what Alec Bradley means. Alec and Bradley is a completely different proposition. How did the work start to develop with Ernesto and his team?
So first, Bradley came to me and told me what he wanted to do, which was make a cigar in the Dominican. And I said, okay, who do you want to work with? And his first choice was Ernesto. So really the first step was, because I was seeing him a few weeks after that, was going up to him and just having that conversation of, hey, do you want to do a project together? And he said, 1,000%.
Now, were you intimidated to have that conversation first?
I was very intimidated by Ernesto.
He's a real dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
I'm intimidated to interview him, and I've known him for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at him, he doesn't seem like the most friendly person in the world. But when you get to know him, he's a sweetheart. And
yeah.
him
Like
being
Abe.
a legend, right?
You see, Abe, you're scared. You're scared half to death.
Right.
I
And-
still am.
Listen, let's talk quickly about post-acquisition life. We just have a couple minutes. For those of you who don't know, Alec Bradley was recently acquired by STG. Tell us a little bit about what is the thing you are most looking forward to post-acquisition?
I think just working with a different team, having the resources, the people that they've worked with. We both know a lot of them there. So I think we're just excited to see what they can bring to the table that we didn't have at Alec Bradley and the resources. So
Coming from a small family business, coming into this big company, I'm excited to learn. I'm really excited to learn.
It's always exciting to be able to surround yourself with really smart people and just absorb what they have, to share. And so I think the future of Alec Bradley and Alec and Bradley is awfully bright under General.
Thank you.
You all have an exclusive TGS cigar that is available today. In the 2 minutes that we have left, can you each give me a little snippet about the cigar and what people can look forward to about it?
So at least I'll talk about the brand. It's called Crew. A crew is the people that put together Mardi Gras. And so this cigar is meant for the people here at Smoke Inn, the Great Smoke, that put this together. They spent all year working on the Great Smoke, and it's Mardi Gras, theme. So I thought nothing better than to name it Crew in honor of all the people that worked very hard to be here.
And can you tell us a little bit about the blend? Who made it? What does it taste like? What's the experience?
Bradley knows better than I did. This was his project.
Bradley, go ahead.
So it's a Churchill. It's a 7x47. Comes in a 10-pack. It's Honduran, Nicaraguan, very typical Alec Bradley, but we wanted to just kind of make it a very easy, rich smoke. Nothing too strong, but still very rich in flavor.
I'll tell you, looking at the accolades that you all have received, the Kintsugi cigar I love, number 25 cigar of the year. The Gatekeeper, number 7 cigar of the year. I've known your dad a very long time, and having conversations with your dad about you two was always something special before, but to see the pride in his face when he talks about your success without his direct participation, you can tell clearly how proud he is and how much it means to him that you guys are doing this on your own. What does it mean to you to be able to deliver that level of work and success following in your dad's footsteps?
I don't feel like we've hit that level of success yet. They're big shoes to fill. We are still very young in this industry, and we have a long way to go. So I don't look at it as the successes we have already had, but kind of more looking toward the future in terms of what we're going to do.
And for me, it's just honoring, the fact that people like our cigars, love our cigars, to see it get rated and have people notice us. I mean, that's what we all do it for, is just for everyone to enjoy and love, and just, having any sort of a bit of success is just very honoring and very lucky.
You all have a lot to be proud of. Your cigars are great. If you have not purchased the TGS 2023 Crew exclusive by Alec and Bradley, please go do so. We have someone desperate for beads in the front, so we will get those. But folks, we have something else that's going to happen today with our friends here, because you may or may not know, we did a little fundraiser in the spirit of charity, in the spirit of raising money. I believe, Abe, that there is still something left to do. But first, how about a round of applause for Alec and Bradley Rubin of Alec and Bradley Cigars.
All
Abe,
right.
what the heck is going on here?
Well, sit down. Sit down, Vince. Why does everybody like it when I abuse Vince Benetti? That's a question that people need to ask. You're the anti-goat. No, I'm not touching your balls. Sit down. I'm not touching your balls.
No way.
So, look, it takes a certain type of man, I think, to sport this kind of a mustache.
It's a serious
Thank you.
stash, guys.
That's a serious...
How about a round of applause for the stash?
That's a serious...
I mean, this is stash goals.
That's some, really, professional mustache going on. And I've teased Bradley Rubin about this for years. So I think it was, what was it? Was it during our broadcast for the release of the Crew?
Yeah, for the release.
Yeah, so I said, if we could raise $10,000 for the charity of your choice, would you shave the mustache live during the Great Smoke? And he agreed.
It's coming off. Did we hit it?
And we did raise the $10,000. So I have my partner, Adrian Mitchell. This is my partner in my Real Clips Barbershop. They're the guys cleaning us all up, making us look good today.
We're gonna run a video first. No?
Wait,
Sorry.
I'm not a rookie, Michael. I've done this a couple times. This is my barber, Adrian Mitchell from Real Clips Barbershop. He will be shaving the stash. Now, everybody pay attention because where it gets a little creepy. I'm going to collect the hairs from that stash.
I'm gonna throw up from that stash.
I'm going to collect the hairs. We're going to do a little mustache portrait. I'm going to glue the hairs on the portrait and frame it in my office. Bradley Rubin's mustache shaved at the Great Smoke 2023. So I need a volunteer to hold the smock. Who wants to volunteer? Well, I think I should give it to the man who came the furthest. He came the furthest from Israel. Comes here. Come on, Seth.
Let's do it.
He did jump up first. That guy, he sprung like a spring chicken, man. I never seen him move so fast. Around the side. All right. So sit down, relax, sit down. You need to get ready. There you go. So before before you sit down, I need you to look here. I have a very special. Everybody, we just have a moment. I need Bradley to hear this. I have a very special message from a very special person for you.
Bradley, you're an amazing person, always the first to give of yourself. I know the mustache has become a bit of a calling card, but you are willing to get it shaved off for a good cause. Congratulations on raising $10,000 for the Boys and Girls Club of Broward County, a very worthwhile cause. You are in an industry filled with a lot of great people, and I know someone else will step up next for another good cause. Since I know Matt Booth, wouldn't it be great for Matt to be the great cigar person to step up and do the cutting today, and the next one to commit to getting shaved for a great cause? Abe, thanks for putting out the challenge, and I hope you have a great event.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Not at all.
No. So
Not at all.
just so you know, his mom, if you haven't figured it out, the highest contributor to the cause to have his mustache shaved.
I need audio.
So, if you will, have a seat.
Shows you how much you really
All
want
right.
that thing
Well,
gone.
before
She's going to be elated. How happy is your mom going to be?
she's gonna be very happy.
The happiest I've ever
I
been
must be
here.
one of her favorite people right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And I got
1000%.
this to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Thank you.
before we shave it off, I want to say thank you, Abe. Thank you, everyone that contributed to a great cause, the Boys and Girls Club of Broward County. This is the best community in the world, and I can't thank you guys enough. So
There you go.
let's get rid of this thing. And I'm gonna take a little picture
Now, wait,
first.
before we take, how long have you had this mustache?
I've had this mustache since February of 2020.
Woo!
Whoa! But it was a beard before that.
We're taking a little picture, everyone. Last picture before it gets shaved. Woo!
Now
Awesome.
now you can sing "Shave the Stash."
Let's do it.
Hold
There you
on.
go.
We're gonna need a better tool for that.
Do we got any kind of background music for? Oh, that's what we need.
We're
There
gonna
we
need
go.
a real tool.
No, don't give it to
We're
Seth.
gonna need a real
no,
tool.
Seth.
Don't
no,
let go,
no,
let go,
no,
let
no,
go.
no. Don't give it to Seth.
We're gonna need a real tool for that. I don't
Seth's
think
like
it's
an
gonna
8-year-old.
work.
You do not give him dangerous
I don't think it's
toys.
gonna work.
No.
I get
Shave
to do
the
this.
stash, baby.
All right, sit
Shave
down.
the stash.
Do we have any music?
Shave
Do we have
the
any music
stash.
from the DJ or
Shave
no?
the
Can't do it?
stash.
All right, let's shave the stash. I really hope your mom is watching live at home right
She
now.
is.
Now you got to catch the mustache now. No. Get it in here. All right. Then don't drop the smock. The goal is to wrap it up and take it so I can collect it. No. You ready? There you go. Oh, we got a side cam. Look at that.
I think I see a tear.
I'm going to tell you something. How good of a sport. Bradley Rubin does not want to have his mustache shaved.
I got Alan Rubin on
Oh, there
FaceTime.
he is. His dad is on FaceTime watching this.
Those are real tears. Those are real tears.
Oh,
you look good. You look good.
Oh my God! All right, we can clean him up back at the barbershop. Collect them here. Collect them
Say
here.
hi to Pops.
That's historic hairs. Collect it.
Can you believe this?
Those are historic hairs. We'll do anything for fun, really. It's kind of crazy.
Say hi to Alan Rubin, everybody.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Woo! Oh, that is clean.
All right, while that's happening, we gave away some raffles while some of you are still outside. So, Justin Chafoy, Tony Archetti. Justin Chafoy and Tony Archetti, if you have won, if you're here, you've won some raffles, please see the guys over the control center, or you find Alex Tavella, just bother him. They'll get it to you. On another note,
that's clean.
what I'd like to say is, look, there's a lot that goes on in putting this together. It seems like it's come to my attention that some of you are missing the black Monte Cristo bag that's in these cases. We have sent somebody to the warehouse to get extra bags. It should be back here in about an hour. So if you did not get your black Monte Cristo drawstring bag, Bart, hold yours up so they know what I'm talking about. Bart Espinosa, I'm glad you're here with us. Yeah, there you go. If you did not get that bag right there, go to the sales center in the pit in about an hour, and they'll have some, they'll give you one, all right? If you've already gotten one, please let the people who didn't get one get it first. And then if we have extra, you guys can have whatever's left. All good? Look at this. Come on, stand next to me. Look at this. Woo! Woo! So, okay, so look, we need a vote. We need to know. I'm going to ask if you like it better with or without. Okay, here we go. Ready? I need to hear you. Should he keep the mustache? Everybody in favor of him staying clean shaven? The people have spoken, bro.
I don't care on this one.
The people
I
have
shaved it.
spoken.
I shaved it. It's coming
You look
back.
good.
Do I?
Yes.
I don't know.
All right.